Yo, what's good, stream? We back. It's Monday 16th. Got a little, you feel me? Just a calm little stream. Nothing too crazy. Boom. Got about like 15 minutes till open, so about to just hop on this joint, chart up like normal, and then we gonna go from there. 8:30 news, nothing too crazy. So we're gonna mark out. We have a low right here. Just got resting sell side liquidity. And we got this low here, sell side, and here. We're pushing towards buy side liquidity right now, so that is something to just keep in note. We just have external up there. I do like where we're at though right now. Have reasons to move either or way, so we're inside this 1 hour at that moment on ES. We're gonna see if these next 15 minutes, we get a move that shows us lower. NQ starting to push through. We already closed through, so scab's already invalid. Doesn't even matter anymore. Jump to the 30-minute. Gap is invalid. But we do have this 1 hour up here. We're not in it yet though, so buy side liquidity inside of 1 hour though, super clean. So I mean, as of now, we're patient. It's Monday. No need to come in here on Monday and try to do anything freaking crazy. It's nothing to try to like swing this bat, hit a home fucking run on a Monday. So we're looking for consistency. So we got this 1 hour on ES. It's looking like it wants to hold, and we're gonna see, because if this wants to get inversed, then honestly this next buy side level is clearly confident draw for the market. But nothing crazy at the moment. 10 minutes still open, so I don't have nothing. If we wanted to come lower, I'd look for a change here on this 5-minute. And I would, start to seek lower down here towards that sell side. Wide open 30-minute right there. And here, so, even if it wanted to sell off, we'd have to see like what we did when we reached one of these gaps, because easy spot to just reject, and then finish a buy bottom right back up the buy side. So as of now. Just gonna be waiting for this open probably. If we want to take out the buy side levels too first, then I'd be waiting for this high at least, and then probably see if we want to push towards these highs. But as of now, there ain't nothing too crazy. We know that we did take like a low here, putting the SMT bullish. So we know we have this bullish SMT. Like we know the market at that moment is bullish, but that's only to a certain extent. So we're not really worried about this at the moment. So I get rid of this change. Really no need to have that there. Just gonna wait till this market open, and that's really about it. Snooze low. All right, yo, so we back. We got about a minute till open. Um, Nothing. You know, I think we're resting inside this 15-minute fair value gap. So I guess we're gonna see if we get this, a push out of it at the open, or if do we want to run this 15-minute, as we open up in the market. And I guess we'll just see that, So boom. Oops, there we go. Bam. So we just wait, lower time frame. We're gonna jump to see if there's a possible model out of this, 15-minute, or if there's a possible model to the downside. We're so close to buy side that we're not looking for a crazy, crazy retrace lower. So that's what we're gonna be waiting for at the moment. We're just chopping. It's Monday, so no rush. Just really watching like a 2-minute right now. But I want to see what this open looks like. So when we open, really nothing. If we wanted to get the buy side, we had to get through this 5-minute and then above this change. But also want to see if we just manipulate this 15-minute hold and then want to actually get higher. But it have to be a clean change above this on the 5-minute. Mind you, we have 5 minutes here, so we'd also want to see this 5-minute change before anything, So right now, we're in a good spot. Market just manipulated lower a little bit. Tap that 15. Take that low here. Looks like we're going to put this change in right there on this 1-minute. Let's see what the 30-second looks like. Clean 15-second model right there. Can easily run this though. So like such a lower time frame that so easy to get ran. But this 15 seconds should hold it for long. But if we're short, then I won't. So I'm looking for a full 1-minute change to get put in right there. We put this 1-minute change in, we'll slap along here. So we do. See what this looks like out of it. Only got $100 risk on right now. Stops right underneath that 15-second. Looking for a long out of it. And then also, I'll look to add if we want to get above this 5-minute change. Stop loss is protected if we inverse this 5-minute too. Pretty tight stop for now. So I'm okay with losing that, Not looking to add only because the displacement that we're getting, But we did get a clean 30-second change up there, clean 1-minute change. Just want to see some form of displacement, and then we'll simply just be targeting buy side. Buy side's resting up there. Market opens, boom, manipulate lower, take out all this sell side right there. I want to confirm that with a 5-minute change though. If you look at the NQ, we are starting to get above that 5-minute change. And it looks like we'll probably close above it as well. So either or, whatever index wants to take out this high first, I'll probably have my cons coming off. To Monday, we're not looking for nothing. like I said, too crazy. So this is the trade for now. 1 minute change. We manipulate lower. We get through that 1 minute. So we are protected right now. And like I said, we should hold these gaps if we want to actually move higher. But we're looking for that 5 minute change to really, pull through. Do have to keep a note. It's S&T getting put in. That's why I stopped super tight. Putting the S&T, do we want to, does it want to hold? If it does, and we'll get a clean change. So tight stop, clean. It's right under this 2 minute, right there. No ad though. Opened up a little 2 minute right there. But the reasoning is no ad because we didn't get this confirmed 5 minute change. We stopped before it, and then we put in the SMT. So like as soon as this high gets taken as well, SMT obviously gets invalidated. But we're looking for that. If we get this close, and then I don't care if we have an SMT because it's like really showing me lower would be, a confident draw. But NQ, nice. So get a nice clean close above. 15 minute is looking to respect, obviously. Again, like I said, I had tight risk on, not really too worried about what it looks like at the moment. So as long as I know my risk is, in check, I don't really care necessarily. I'm obviously looking for, a tight stop and a reason to be protected. Just want to clean this chart up. So we did inverse this 5 minute though. So that is a good, a sign. That's a sign, it's a Monday. We're probably bullish, but we are probably going to be slow. I am okay with this, I'm okay with the size that I got on at the moment. Not necessarily looking to add to the size that I have. So I know I got a high here. Possible way to, go break even at these highs. No more S&T. And then we'll see what it looks like at these highs. So we're gonna zoom back in a little bit. Again, we're just looking for some displacement out of this, trade. I'll get rid of this. Let's see. But we just take that high to the left of us and not really too crazy of some displacement here. Get this 3 minute clean change, pull back to it. So 3 minute change here. Bam, pulling back to it now. But again, we got reason to go higher, so it's Monday. I'm not gonna expect everything, crazy, moves that are gonna just start, heading right towards the direction. You can't expect none of that. So 5 minute change like there. Bam, we're pulling back to it on NQ. So stops right under this 3-minute now. And then in about a minute, we'll open up this new 5-minute. And if we get a 5-minute change with that, clean. So I added 2 more here, just because I'm right back at my order. If we do want to get this, clean 5 change, just like that right there. We got a nice 1-minute change too. Risk is in check. Risk is only $113. I like this. So got a nice buy side level. 5-minute change. Looking to validate. That's all I'm looking to see if we want to validate it. And it looks like we finally will off of this candle, and we displaced. So we're opening up a gap in favor. Stop goes right below it. So now we just wait. Pull back to it right there. Again, like I said, I'm just looking for displacement out. So clean trade. If ES is, bullish, we will continue that, bullish order flow. NQ already being back here inside of this. I like it. We already have a reason to start moving back higher. No displacement if you look at these candles. So no gaps are opening up. So we're really just filling, and that is all I can, see. No gaps here. Just a strong 5-minute. Just 5 minutes super strong. No 30-second. So can really look to see this trade start getting higher soon. I want that 5-minute to be pretty strong. Main thing. Hold on 1 second. Oh yeah, so main thing is what happens at these highs. I'm probably just gonna go break even. I'm looking for NQ or ES to take out one of these significant highs. So an hourly high, this is just like a 15-minute high. Obviously it's inside of a gap, so it's clean still to be, a reason to go lower. Gaps right there we could possibly hold, but excuse me, why wouldn't I look for the same thing entire time frame? So it's a 4-hour high right there, 1-hour high resting. So I feel like only would make more sense. Right here, we just got this 5. It's a strong 5-minute though. Pull back to a 5-minute change. We're in a gap that we opened up. It's strong. It's a reason to, move out. So the next couple, minutes, I'm looking for a change out of it right there. ES is, like I said, has every reason to start moving higher because NQ is already in that gap. And if we want to move higher, then, this is how they correlate. So good risk, $113. We got a nice ad down there just because, I was looking for a confident change. We already filled this 15-minute. I was already a little bit bullish on the day. So everything in my eyes had a lot of reason to go back higher. But again, we're just going to wait. Look how we're displacing a little bit. We're opening up this gap. Gap's opening up. And then if you look at that 5-minute, gaps unfilled down there, already tapped this change. Boom, pulled back to it. I think there's no reason to come in, tap these gaps. I would see those as breakaway. Look at NQ. Strong 5-minute gap. It's holding. We suit one of these lows down there. So makes sense to me. Like at the end of the day, as long as it holds, I'm cool with that. And if ES wants to take this high and NQ is still showing me signs of bearish, then I could just easily close my trade off and, call it there. Like, high resting inside of this huge 15-minute. This only makes sense, to possibly be a quick, like, little return, possibly go lower. We're inside of this gap right now. We're hunting that high though. So we got 5 more minutes until, everything wants to really confirm and validate, but we're getting that nice displacement on ES. We're hunting towards that highs. 3 minutes opening up, 2 minute probably already opened right there. 2 minute opens in favor right there, man. But I am looking to see what happens at those highs. See how this 5 minute looks. So this 5 minute only gets filled with those cores above that 50. And I want to see a strong move out if we want to start picking up here. Looking for a 15-second change here. And that's how I would trade it on NQ. If I were to want to be bullish, I wouldn't wait for a 5 minute change, but I'd zoom in lower time frame and be like, okay, if we're gonna get a strong leg out, bam, 15-second change here or there, because there's gaps. So there's no gap there, but there's a gap here. So I would have waited here, and then bam, say you're long, you can go long here, and simply stock goes right back down at the 5 minute, and now you can easily target a buy side draw, this gap, a longer buy side. So everything just has its reason. So now here's where I want to see if NQ picks up. NQ has to come and take this high in order for me to continue holding on to this trade. But for now, we'll just be break even on the day. Stop loss can easily go right below this 2 minute right there. And we're just looking to see a continuation. Or it has to have reason. So 5 minutes opening up is a 3 minute opening up. 3 minute opened up right here. That'll close in about a minute and a half. But I just, like I said, I need to see nice displacement on NQ, enough that I know. So boom, we get this full 1 minute change, right? But I need to see enough that I know we're gonna take this high with it. Which again, I'm hunting a 1 hour high inside of a gap. I'm confident like this change gets tapped and then boom, we continue just want to run higher, and then obviously get up there. So that's what it looks like. And then boom, that high does get taken. So now there's no, necessarily no worries of an SMT putting us back into like a little sell off, and then, something happening where the market just has a reason, everything gotta have a reason. So just marking out these wicks to see like, possible partials. And if we want to displace and get here on ES, I'll look to sell off 5 of these cons here. Stop was originally down there off a 15-second gap, just like this. So I'll just be looking to see something like that. Nice stop. Just get that first screenshot so you know. Just because we're break even, a little in profit. We're not looking to see nothing major. But we got our first sell order up there, and we're in profit. Pretty nice. Looking to see this 3 minute, stay open. 2 minutes probably gonna open up just like that right there. So we're gonna mark this 2 minute. We want this 2 minute to hold, of course. And then our stop's gonna go in profit right there. A 2 minute wick. We're looking for a clean, rejection out of this though. So regardless, at the end of the day, we're up 270 on the day. And, we're just trying to see a fill here. We're not trying to see, this long candle come down, boom. We'd have to get all the way back down here to put in a change. So we're just trying to see a fill the same way NQ wants to put in a fill. And then obviously for us to start moving back higher. But we're going to protect ourselves, stay up on the day, just like that. And then, if we possibly had another entry, we could do that. So we are getting displacement. So that means we're probably going to get stopped here. We have to get aggressively back above this and here, which I don't necessarily think we're going to do that. So but I do know, like I said, I want to see a clean hold. 2 minute does hold pretty nice. Now what we don't want to see is obviously this 1 minute not hold. But again, like I said, it looks like it will. So we're not really tripping. Secured a nice winning day. Stop loss is in profit. Filled a 3 minute. 250 on the day. 5 minute opened up. That's probably what the next, really like consistent draw is. But again, if we're gonna run these, then it doesn't really matter for me. Not really looking to see that happen. Just based on where we're at. That's just kind of what you gotta have in your mind. You can't be like set upon things, but when it comes down to, the trading thing and you're trading it, you don't know what's gonna happen. So you gotta secure. At the end of the day, you gotta secure and like boom, let's say we ran this part, filled the 5, and then we went back higher, which we have every reason to do that. I don't really care, NQ doesn't even open up a 5 minute. So what can I see from that is like we just pull back to a 5 minute change on NQ. That's pretty much it. So like I'm not really sitting here expecting or wanting ES to even come back to this 5 minute. But that's gonna look like the trade. I think we're gonna get that displacement leg right there. And get up out of there. 2 minute just got invalidated right there. One minute gets filled. Yeah, that's probably gonna be the full trade. Might early close here. Not really getting much displacement, but I will look to see, if this 5 minute just wants to get filled, I'll look for a re-entry back in it. Super clean trade at the end of the day. So it got reason to still go higher. Again, we're in this 15 minute. Like I said, this is the rejection point. Take the high inside of the 15. My thing is we got to put a change down here, right where I get stopped. So if we don't even do that, then my stop is right at the change, which we have to get down there first. Lower time frame though, we already did that work. I'm sure we did. Nah, so we're playing at this 30-second change. That's what we're doing. Yeah. Probably want to fill this too. No 3 minute. 3 minute just holds. I like the way the 3 minute held though. Right there. So the way this just held gives me a little bit more confidence in this trade that we didn't even really want to fill it all crazy. And that was going to be probably, you know, the rejection it was given off. Because I don't care necessarily. I want to see us get back into this 2 minute though. Like, if we do that, then the trade's still, you know, still alive. 3 minute, 3 minute candle did this work. Like, we filled it, bam, twice. Now it's just like, yo, if we go back inside that shit again, we're probably going to run that jump. So, if we don't though, it's like one of those like, hell yeah, you know? So, definitely could wait for, you know, that. Waiting for a specific reason. I feel like that's the most important. But like NQ, just kind of ugly. It's a Monday. So, looks like we're going to get stopped here. Like I said, if we get back into it, we're going to get stopped. Only for, you know, why are we going to fill it every single time? Unless we put in, you know, like a SMT, which doesn't look like it. So, bam. Like I said, run back into it. Stop loss will get probably met. I mean, now we're out. We secured profits. So, trade still got a lot of reason. We're just in another accumulation phase. So, I'm not really stressing it at all. But, I mean, it's a Monday. We're not really like looking to trade it all crazy. Damn. So, like 283 on the day. Clean. Calm little day. I mean, we're adding to the profits. At the end of the day, we're just adding to it. But that's why you just protect yourself. Like, even if I was break even where I was down there, we're going to start putting in these changes. And we're looking to make a move soon. But I want to see how this 1 minute holds. Because if we don't want to hold it, then I'm going to be in here again. I'm going to be targeting buy side. So, get a lot of displacement. 1 minute is going to open up. 1 minute is getting inversed. So my eyes, that's clean, super clean. And a good reason to, you know, get back in it. We did a lot of work down here. And then, you know, we're looking for that distribution again, all over again. So now I'm just hunting and, you know, trying to see this 2 minute change be valid here. But lower time frame, we're going to see this 1 minute first. So that's kind of what I want to see happen first. 2 minute obviously gets inversed. Stop loss can go here, tighter. We're going to buy 2 more to this position. And then we're looking for something like this. Something small, something quick. This high right here gets taken, we'll go break even. But we get a nice 1 minute change. Open up 2 1 minutes in favor. Like that's the displacement you'd want to see if you're gonna take a trade. We got the inverse that we inverse. Like we have so much protection down here. All these gaps. Pull back to a change right there. Bought two more. Got consistent size on. This will be the last trade of the day though. We're not gonna move our stop loss, and we're not gonna, touch TP. We're really just gonna wait for this to be, a confirmed change, pullback, everything. But I'm okay with losing on this trade and, just go and break even on the day. But if we want to run this little internal high again, fail to go take buy side, this is a clean reversal. Like again, we have to remember where we're at. We're inside of a 15-minute gap, and we took buy side inside of it. Yeah. That's not really what you'd want to see. Like if you just look, 1 minute gets fully filled, and then like automatically fill, bam, like straight leg down. But I got my draw, in check. I just want to see a change out right here off of this 30-second, putting a change out of here, and I will be, still confident in the trade. Run this 30-second gap. If it holds, to go lower, then it's not what we want to see. So this little gap right here, we run it, but I want to see this 30-second confirm that because this is a 15-second right here. I know we're in, and I know we'll get a 15-second change too off of it. But that's what these trades are, it's holding, it's being confident. And, at the end of the day, you do not make up what happens in the market. You simply just have a bias and you know what happens. So that's exactly what I wanted to see though. This get validated. It gets validated by a 30-second change out of it. So this would be our manipulation move. And then the 2 is right here. So I can see a lot of this move coming off at the 2. So I'm gonna sell back 6. I'm gonna limit sell back 5 right there. Limit sell 1. 75% of my position will come off right there. This high gets taken right there. We're gonna go break even. I'm gonna already start to adjust my risk because this 1 minute decided to hold. So risk is already gonna get adjusted right there. And yeah, the 1 minute held here. So stop loss is gonna stay right there. Perfect way to put it. We change, we pull back to it. Cannot, can't really be too mad what happens after that. We're in the area to reject, so the orders will be slow. It will be slower. No displacement on the 3-minute or the 2. We got a fair value gap here, so we had a little bit of it. So looks like we're gonna get stopped. So that's perfectly fine. So boom, we're stopped inside of this 2-minute. Take off that order. Boom, we're still at 122 on the day. Might just call it there. Took 2 nice stabs. I wanted it to see, I wanted to see it happen a little bit sooner than what happened. So, right here in this moment, I'm not like looking at much. And again, it's how many times you want to swing that bat and see something like we are displacing back down. Nice standard deviation move to the downside right here. 2 lines up really with the market open low. Starting to displace too. No 1-minute opens up though. Just kind of take this low as well. Yeah, so I'm not really confident in nothing short here. We take this low inside this 2-minute. I'm gonna give it one more attempt. Right there. Take the low inside of the 2-minute. Stop will go there. We'll be down on the day a little bit, or we're gonna hunt this buy side level for the last time. I'm okay with taking this loss too. Seeking some displacement inside of this macro. Got a couple more minutes inside of it. But we're not really, this ain't no change. This is no change. This is literally take out the low type of move. The standard deviation 2 to 2.5 is aligning pretty nice with this buy side. I'd like for that to really start validating the trade. 1-minute change up here. I'm gonna buy. If we start to see that, displacement to the upside, I will buy. We got a 1-minute in favor right there. So that's really the last spot I'm trading this. We're trading it to the same exact spot. We're just getting, stopped along the way. And sometimes that happens. Price action is not the most clean at the moment. But we are seeing what we want to see. So a buy 3 there. Bam. So we're gonna take a small loss if we lose. We're not gonna move or stop for the last time. We already had taken this low. Bam. Standard deviations right there. We're gonna let it go to the 2 if it wants to go. And then that will be our last and final trade. So we're just trading it to the 2. It's a small trade, 1 to 2. Put in a nice change right there. Bought two more at the change. We are most likely gonna get a 2-minute change here as well. 20 seconds. And a 2-minute gap will probably open up here. No 2-minute change. We changed practically right at it. So it's not necessarily valid. But I am looking for that, standard deviation mark to get met. And that's pretty much gonna be it. So the loss won't be as bad. It would be like $100.80 loss. Just coming off of the profits that we had. But that's the reason why I am okay putting the risk on. At the end of the day, that's how you swing the bat, you roll the dice. And whatever happens at the end of the day, that happens. You can't be afraid to miss, cannot be afraid to miss. That's what I will, I'll live by that. I'm not really that, I don't know how to put the words into play without like sounding like, dumb. I'm not like scared to throw on size when I know like at the end of the day, it's a risk to reward type of game. So now I'm already 1-to-1 on my bread that I put on. We're kind of just seeking that full move up higher. So I want to see if this market will hit the 2 first. Whatever hits the 2 first, then we will close out of this trade. Yeah, like I said, whatever happens, happens. I had this going off at this 1 hour wick. Yeah, so look, boom, we're stopping the day. Only up about $10. Come and fill this 1 minute. Filled the 1, put in this change. So obviously, we did not meet that buy side level yet, or that 2 mark, but that is simply what happens. Yeah, I mean, I took about 3-4 stabs at confident risk on confident size. At the end of the day, that's sometimes what happens in this game. Excuse me, you don't always win. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not really too mad. I know we're in this, gap still. I know that there's still a reason to move back higher. I just don't think I'm gonna trade it. So, I mean, beautiful long though. At the end of the day, we were long down here, never returned back down to certain areas. So that's just something I'm gonna, put in a journal and, you know, really just have marked out. If you just look like bam, stop and go right under this 5 minute. And we never get, filled. So just something to journal. I'm trying to see where I put it. Oh yeah, I put it a little too tight. Put it under a 3 minute. But yeah, I mean, that's practically what happens. Some days you just do not, you don't always secure the profits. And it's not like securing what you always want. You just gotta, I just traded this accordingly. Like if I still had a level, I'd like to see hit. I don't really care necessarily about how much I'm making. Um, I'm trading this shit according to risk. So it's not just according to, the profits I want to make. Everyone wants to have like a certain amount they want to make, but that never goes to, their liking. So I mean, obviously we're looking to hold and go higher, but we had that move down there. So yeah, I mean, other than that, it's pretty clean on the day. Just gonna start erasing these. Not a bad day though. Took about like 4 trades, I think, and then bam, up 10 on the day. It's not bad. So just lock that John out. Not gonna take any more today. At the end of the day, like there's always still a way. Like you could lose, and I don't need to. I personally don't need to take that that risk right now. Can literally just come back in tomorrow, look for something, whatever wherever the market's at, whatever happens, and then boom, just decide to go from there. So other than that, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I will be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching.